But the NFL had me messed up after that report came out about the CTE and how they were treating the black players.
Mm-hmm.
And I was done with the NFL after that.
Yeah, I've been down for some time.
But the NFL, like, that's bull.
Yeah, trust me. I've been the same for some time. But and that's the conversation. That's the conversation we have. Like with me being a guy, especially a guy of my stature and my culture. You know, you're not watching football. Like I pay attention, but I don't really care like I used to, man. It's just that it just feels so. It's like the theatrics, and they really don't care about us. You know, someone even put up. It's a business more than anything else, other than just a sport. Now that's what it feels like. But you know, I don't knock nobody else for watching it. But for me, yeah, you know, even when I'm going to I know I'm going to that event with all black men today. I'm going to this event for the networking more than anything else, other than watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why I'm wearing my people. I'm passing out cards. You know, how can we continue to uplift each other in the community and things? And you know, I'm buying some seasoning from some brothers so I can, if I would have known, I would have probably cooked the brisket while I was down here to bring through for a little competition. But just trying to show and prove. But we're having a good time. We're having a good time.
Oh, Drake. Yellow Bull was in Atlanta this weekend, and he went to the Black Wall Street that they opened.
Oh, I heard they were doing.
It's like a huge shopping center.
Yeah,
with all black art and all kind of black vendors.
Mm-hmm.
And he had some really nice things in there. So I'm like, now I want to go to Atlanta.
Man,
I want to go visit for a weekend.
I'm all for it.
I'm sorry.
I ain't been in Atlanta in about maybe 4 or 5 years.
It's been a long time for me. But the art, like I wanted to go just for the art alone.
The next piece of art I'm buying is from this lovely woman we have next to us right here. I'm trying to put my coins to the side.
I know, right?
I got a few more.
Like, I want something too.
No, for real. I see when people put in hard work and express their talents, and especially I'm trying to build a wall, like how we have right behind here, of everybody's artwork behind me. Like I'm trying to my next update to the studios when changes are made is this man flexing on us. When changes are made, I'm gonna try to put it in a corner where I can have just nothing but artwork, a few signage and things of that nature. And the lighting and everything will come together.
Yes.
But I'm also thinking, should I have a studio as well, like an offsite studio? Because I don't know if everybody want to come to the crib and things. And do I want everybody in the crib too?
That part.
Yeah. But this is one of the things I'm excited for because, my most recent guest, great conversation with that man. He's actually my coworker, and like I value, I've been trying to get him on the show for like 2.5 years, and because here we didn't even get in touch because we talk so much. But his culture, the Mayan culture, that's MEIN. I need to do a little something about that. But they were almost eradicated or killed off. They're like the indigenous culture of like the Asian continent, the continent of Asia.
Right.
So they're like basically like the Native Americans of Asia.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about how his parents had to escape, and and they try to we'll try to steal their language, try to just take them all down. So it's a really unique conversation we always had. And if you listen to the episode, he talked about like discipline. He had me rolling. When he talking about, man, now you catch the stick. Like, right. I never heard that term before.
Halo.
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 Let me check on, and if you're on YouTube, hey Brandy Granger, how are you doing? Oh, hey Red, look at Brandy over here on the YouTube. Yeah, see, I gotta always go around and look and moderate over there too. For our folks here, I'm Drake B. Drake with Everything Culture, the podcast for all cultures, the podcast with a purpose. Our mission statement comes from the words of Dr. Martin King Jr., and that is, he believed that men hate each other because they hate each other because they fear each other, they fear each other because they know each other, they don't know each other because of segregation. Because of segregation, we have miscommunication. So we come together on the pillars of respect, communication, and consistency, so we get to know each other, so we can love one another. I am currently in Fort Worth, Texas. And I ain't got the lighting, everything is so bright, but they ain't gonna stop no show. So you can see myself, you can see Brittany, you can see a little bit of Baylor, but we also have within the Zoom conversation, we have T. Jolie, we have Sister Girl Jess, as well as Lorene, previous guest on the show. And yeah, we come together and we have just open conversations, talk about previous episodes, previous guests, as well as what's going on in society now, possibly later as well. So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for joining. We greatly appreciate y'all sharing, liking, commenting, and continue to support the platform. But yeah, other than that, it's like, talking to him, and we even talked about being open Christians, and because he's also a Christian rapper that he did not talk about at all.
You know what? That until I went to when you posted his TikTok handle, I said he didn't mention anything about him rapping at all.
I know. He really does. He's a very humble guy. And it's one of those things, like, it's one thing about being humble, but you can't be humble in the light of the Lord. That's why I always trying to coach
right,
you.
Right.
Like, and that's, you can be humble to him, but everybody else, you uplift yourself around everybody else. Hell,
right.
Like, same thing. He's a bodybuilder. Like, yeah, that's
yeah.
He was like motivation. Because him and I, like, it's me, him, and maybe one other guy. We the most, the built folks in the office. And I mean, like, he get out there. He get out there. I Googled him one time. He said he used to be real fat. I didn't even recognize him. I'm like, what is
that? Yeah. He looked like Big Caillou. He cut it off. He did good. I'm like, but I was shocked to hear him rap, and he didn't even mention that at all. You would have, it was like a shock to see that he does rap. That was just so, and he didn't mention it at all. And anybody else would have been like, check out my mixtape. Check out my mixtape.
Have you listened to my album yet?
Right. Did you listen to my album?
Man, that boy got on my nerves so dang bad. I wanted to cuss him out and throw him out the room. I think I tried to throw him out the room, and Drake let his ass back.
No, you did throw him out the room.
I did.
It expires, and when the room open up again, he can come back.
Man, when I saw that name pop up, I said, I thought I got rid of that joker.
That's just a lost, he's just a lost soul out there. I try to give him some advice, because that's why he kind of stuck on me. And that's what this work do, I'm telling y'all. I don't know if he was in there, like, because he's only 17. And he's not in school at this time. He's basically a college dropout. He's supposed to be in CPS custody, but he fled. And yeah, I've been telling him, you need to go back, handle your business, and he trying to bullshit and play. And I'm like, hey, once again, you can try so much. And that's kind of like one of the things I'm like, hey, you ain't about to work my nerves. Get your shit together, man. Because I'm not trying to, I'm telling you now in a nice way, but then because the other day he was talking about when I'm gonna get on the video game with him. And I'm like, dog, I'm grown. I don't have time to, literally, I want to have time to play some of the games, but I don't. We got things to do. So, like, and I've worked with numerous kids just like him, numerous young men, dozens. And but next thing you know, he could be on TikTok bad mouthing women and black.
I was gonna say,
Oh
you
Lord.
know, that he
He
probably
better
look
be
at you
glad it
as
was
a
not in person and online, because I had a switch ready for him. He need a good old lashing.
He need a lashing and a hug.
but he probably look at you like a big brother though.
He does. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's what he come in and do. But I'm like, even with this, like being the
He
big
don't
brother.
take context cues. He doesn't read the room,
There you
and
go.
it's like
He
it's
thinks
all
But
he's
he
about
said,
the center
him.
of attention, and
He's
he wants Drake's
self-consumed.
undivided attention. And when Drake don't give it to him, he says things to get attention.
Correct. There you go.
he got to learn that. I get that, but he's only 17. The little nigga just started reading. Period.
Oh, have
Shut
mercy.
up, baby.
Hey, hey,
You
Baylor, I'm
gotta
gonna
give him a
introduce.
chance.
Hey,
You gotta give him
I'm
a
gonna
chance to
introduce you.
grow.
I'm gonna introduce him to you, Baylor.
No, that's okay. That's okay because I'm
I get
raising.
ready to say,
I'm raising a
because Drake is
16-year-old.
very patient with him. I was not. I sidebar him a message and told him go sit down somewhere.
Because once again, like, and that's why we need more mentors, man. Because it's the same thing with my other mentee. He come in every now and then, but he be texting me, and I'll talk to him, and it's needed. You know, I absolutely agree. But I learned a long time ago. I have so much to give, man. Because trust me. That's why I'm
Yeah,
going
my
to the
man.
Kings event right now. And I'm gonna be talking to these grown men, and we get together, and I know they're good. I said, but y'all, we need to mentor these younger folks. You need to start getting into this child welfare realm. It's a lot of boys and girls, but especially boys that need, because we have way more Black women to get involved. Really, it's the most amount of women, most amount of people demographic that volunteer are white women. Okay. And if we talk, and trust me, the reason why is because of the economic status. They have the time and capacity and the wealth to do so. Their husband may be working and things of that nature, and it's been built to be like that. But then the next thing is Black. No, yeah. Then it's I've been so long since I've been in. I'm saying maybe Black women. Then it's white men. Then it's Black men. And if we introduce the Latin or the Hispanic community in it, I think it's right under. I think they're right between, but I know Black men is the lowest.
That's what they told me with Big Brothers Big Sisters when I tried to get my sons into that. They
Yep.
said, if you had a daughter, we got you. But
Yep.
I had to literally go through their insurance to go find a private company to do mentors for them, because I specifically asked for Black men.
Yep. So if we'll touch on that. Hold on, let me check the YouTube, make sure if we missing anything. Okay, Brandy already know what we talking about. Brandy said he was persistent. Like, so we know who he is. Let me share this on the Twitters. But yeah, when I used to recruit as my job for like volunteers, it was just really difficult for Black men. And some things they say is just like, hey, one, am I getting paid for this? No. Then when we talk about the commitment is heavy. Then when you get into it, and if the kid or the boy don't open up to them immediately, they quit, And I'm like, it takes time. Every kid I work with is not like, oh, I want to talk to you. They're excited and things. It takes time sometimes. That's why, once again, respect, communication, consistency. That came from my work as a caseworker, or better yet, a guardian ad litem. I have to, like I'm telling you, I had one boy with numerous, but one I never forget. He didn't want to say nothing to me when he first met me. He heard about me already. He legit said, oh, I heard about you. You supposed to be like that dude around here, And I'm like, yeah, nigga, I am. But I'm like, it's like, but case in point, you go find out I was rented as hell. But case in point, like the first time he went to talk, but I kept my word. I said, I'm gonna come see you on this date next month. Came through. Second time, he talking a little bit. Third time, by the time the fourth time, he's like calling me, like, hey, you think you can come a week early, or you think you can bring this, or blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, I got you. Once again, that's real relationship building, Be a man of your word, have integrity. But it's just one of those things where a lot of young men, they need that. And I see a lot of these grown men I see now. Me and Baylor have conversations, Hayes Serenity, about that some of these dudes our age or older, they never had a male role model or figure that really showed them how to care for people, and have confidence in yourself. Because a lot of the way they act and treat other people, and same thing with women, don't get me wrong, same thing with women too, but it's really a lot of insecurity within themselves, simple as plain. And your ego comes from your insecurities. I said this when I first started podcasting. Niggas like, you don't know. I like, trust me, think about it. Because I'm the same way. My ego comes from my past insecurities is like, you know, I used to being fat, poor, and ugly. Like, you can't tell me
Wait a
shit.
minute, with
You
bad
was
breath.
not ugly. You was
With
not
bad
ugly.
breath.
Oh, now that's different. Anybody can have bad breath. That's a fear to have
No,
Wait
bad
a minute,
I
sister
know,
girl
I know.
Jess, I just saw that reel, and when I tell you, I hollered. I
I
said,
did
of
too.
all things to be insecure about, but I feel you, bro. You don't want
Hey.
nobody eyebrows burning because of you.
Hey, because let me tell you, I've been on the other side of it. I don't care how cute the girl is. Your breath stink, baby.
Hey, Brittany, I want your fur baby. I see him peeking in the background.
I know that's what we popping in and out. But man, I'll never forget. Oh my God. I know the effort it takes
Oh,
for some women come in to be cute, be pretty and things. But if they have your breath to negate everything, I know that's tragic. That's
Yeah,
tragic.
bad breath. Ooh, I remember we went to the mall and we were at a gag store and they had bad breath in a jar. And oh my Jesus,
Oh
that's
no.
it smelled so bad. It was so bad. I said, if anybody came in my face with breath that smelled like that, we fighting.
sister girl Jess, if you ever go to the Jelly Belly factory, they have jelly beans that taste like bad breath and throw up and
Oh.
urine.
Yeah, I would never do that. It was so bad. We were supposed to spend the whole day, whole day at the mall. After we smelled that, the trip was over. We had to go home. That's how bad that breath smelled in the jar.
Out of pocket. See, I can't do none of them pranks and things people be getting into. Because I'm like, once again, older.
So you won't do bamboozle?
I don't do no pranks.
Yeah,
That's something I do in the
don't.
Drake household. Because we calm, we cool. Well, we flip quick on both sides.
Right.
Yeah, I don't play games either. Even like
I watched
Office.
them when they were doing it on TikTok, and they were just trying random jelly beans, and it was either going to taste like this or that. Bruh, I couldn't do it either. I was like, shit, no, because I would be ready to fight.
I have
and who I'm going to fight, because I'm the one that brought the damn thing.
See, there you go. See, I have a delicate palate, like it's a good senses, I have strong taste and smell. And
that's why I had that conversation with you about being a food reviewer. I said, how you going to be a food reviewer with your little sensitive gut?
Because so it's other people like me. That's why. That's why. I'm like, it's not meant for man.
I mean, you was in there, you was talking about the food being all good, and I was like, okay, where he at? And then you sent the video. I was like, bruh.
Hey, when I go, oh, you talking about at the that restaurant? Oh my, because that's why I asked earlier on TikTok, should I have chicken fried steak or grilled pork chops? But then I started thinking, last time I had chicken fried steak from a restaurant that wasn't black owned, fucked me up. I was like, let's go do grilled pork chops.
Well, it looked like that pork chop didn't agree with you either.
No, that pork chop was good this morning. That pork chop went through.
Okay.
Oh my god! I'm also in Texas too, though, so the food is so much better down here. Like I already did Whataburger. I did Brahms. But I went to my pizza. That's everywhere though. I got to give me some Bluebell ice cream. I may try. See,
that Bluebell ice cream is the business. I remember the first time I had Bluebell, I was trying to
Bruh, they got it in Arizona.
Just rubbing in.
But when they didn't have it in Arizona for a while, and when they did, the first time I had it, I was trying to bring some back. It was ridiculous.
Like my wife ordered me some for my first year, my birthday for my first year in Seattle. It was like, well,
$75.
yeah, it was like almost $100 for 3 gallons.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's serious.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
because
awesome.
that shipping price because it's frozen and you got to pay for that dry ice. So the shipping costs more than the ice cream.
Yep. And but that I smashed. Well, I think it was 4 gallons. So yeah, but I tore all that up. That was a great gift.
Do you in Texas, do you get those Shipley donuts?
Shipley's is my favorite donut place in Texas.
Okay.
Like, I don't like Krispy Kremes like
Yeah,
that.
Ooh, yeah.
But I ain't knocking anybody that like Krispy Kremes, but I prefer Shipley's over Krispy Kreme, hand down. But you,
Krispy Kreme ain't the same down south as it is up north.
well, there you go.
Krispy
And
Kreme is like a quick fix. It's like
Yeah.
it's like
Wait a minute. You know what else
ecstasy.
ain't the same?
don't
Popeye's
start me.
chicken. Popeye's chicken in Louisiana is totally different than
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Popeye's
please
chicken.
tell. Hey, who is that? She my best friend.
Yes.
I'm
Please
telling y'all.
compare
Let
to
me tell y'all.
Sister girl Jess, you ain't told no lie because when we was in Louisiana, some of the stuff I ate, I was like, okay. Then I come back home and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that. I said, what the hell?
Let me tell you something. We when I was in New Orleans, every day, you go out and eat out every place, whatever. When we got back to the hotel, it was a Popeye's chicken across the way. Every night. I don't care what I ate. I could have been full as a tick. Go get me a 2-piece. Because it's totally different. It's totally different from anywhere else.
Ooh,
And
we gotta do
Baylor,
this.
I had the beignets when I was in New Orleans, and then I went to Savannah Waterfront. It's a restaurant called Huey's on the River. That is the only restaurant outside of Louisiana that have comparable beignets. Otherwise, it's just a dry tail donut.
Let me tell you, I don't think they got me worried about eating beignets in New Orleans. Is it Cafe Du Monde?
That line be so long.
When somebody posts a video of that spot after hours at night and how that motherfucker was ran by rats,
Yep.
I'm like,
Everything on the French Quarter is ran by rats if you really want to know about it.
I
And the
was
French
like,
Quarter, to me, I love Louisiana. That used to be our girls' trip spot. But you go down on the French Quarter, it smells like 3 things: liquor, piss, and throw up.
yeah.
That's why you go to the Ninth Ward.
Chef that Chef Ramsay was fixing
So
up one of
Cafe
the
Du
places
Monde,
at one time. Oh my Jesus.
Cafe Du Monde is not the best place for beignets in New Orleans.
That's not where I
And
got mine either.
the locals are I don't do French Quarter, and I don't do what the hell is this?
T, you there?
She
Wait, hold-
seen something.
Yeah, when we went to Louisiana, we didn't hang out on the quarter. We was in the hood.
Nah, we was in the court, man. I got every time I go to New Orleans, it's a different story.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we don't go to the French Quarter when we go up there. We hang
Don't
out
go,
with the locals.
go to the French Quarter.
Huh?
If you go, stay in the light. That's
Go
all I
to
gotta say.
Quarter or don't go to the French Quarter because that's one of the cities that I want to scratch off of my list. My sister went, but I think she was like towards the end of Mardi Gras, she went to a Mardi Gras, so she was mostly drinking. Ain't necessarily figure out where she said she went. And then my mom and my godmother, they was all over the place when they went to New Orleans.
See, we
Yeah,
go to New
Focus
Orleans
shop.
because of the cruise port, so we be down there. But even then, we bypass the quarter and go into the neighborhood. And then I have befriended some ladies on TikTok that live in New Orleans, and they gave me some really good places to go visit. So I told
Right.
them next time I came, I wanted to come hang out with them.
If you haven't been to Louisiana and just want to come experience New Orleans, yes, by all means, go to the French Quarters, and have yourself a good time. But other than that,
Yeah. So
Serenity, that's the best thing to do. The best thing when you travel is to get lost.
what? See, that's that Philadelphia shit.
Always told me.
Follow,
No, it's
always
not.
follow the
No,
local.
because even when we was in Jamaica, oh, not at night. You got that right. Not
That's
at
all I
night.
was
No,
saying.
not
That's
at
all I
night.
was
Not at
saying.
Not
night,
at night.
amen.
Yeah,
Because
because
that's
when
a
we was
whole
in
different
Jamaica,
culture.
we got lost in Mobay, and bro, we ended at somebody's backyard cookout barbecue party. We was out there having a ball. My
But in
mom
Jamaica,
whooped
that's
our
totally different.
tail.
Them people be they're yeah, they ain't out to get you like that. But New Orleans, they out to get you.
Shout out to New Orleans though.
Yeah. Shout out to New Orleans.
Yeah, shout
Drake,
out to
listen,
the
when I said get
Ugh.
lost, Drake whole face was like, hell no.
No.
Right.
My for real would tell me and my sister, like, once we got to the age where we actually wanted to travel by ourselves and stuff, she was like, the best way to travel is to get lost. Somebody
There you
gonna
go.
find
And I'm a
she ended
military
that with
brat, and that's
somebody gonna
how we learned.
Don't get lost in New Orleans. That's all I can tell
Yeah,
you.
that's
Well,
I can tell
and
you
you know
that
what? New
too.
Orleans is. I'm gonna say this: New Orleans now is not the New Orleans I got lost in. Let me say that.
It's not.
But let me
Because
tell you, it was
now, yeah,
meant.
I haven't been.
No.
The last time I
Yeah.
went was 2004. I
Then
haven't
and
Oh,
been
now.
since then.
Dang.
Then and now. No ma'am. No ma'am.
about the beignets. It's this food truck in Atlanta. I forgot I think it's
It's garbage.
no, the people that run that food truck, I think now they got a actual building. They from New Orleans. So that was my first time eating beignets, and I kept telling my husband, like, you need to go back and get me at least 2 more dozen.
It was that good?
Jaya,
Yes.
That's
you are
good.
hooked on the Georgia's version of beignets. The water ain't right. You gotta get it from Louisiana. I'm telling you, that's
you
just like, okay, let me tell you how I can
Somebody-
tell you I ain't telling no lie.
bagel.
I did not know anything about Golden Corral until I moved down south.
Really?
And loved it. My mama didn't play that eating out stuff. My mom was, even though she was military, we had home cooked meals every day. So
Golden
when we
Corral is
moved
hella
down
good back in
south,
the
we
day.
had Golden Corral and used to smash. We moved back to Philly and we went to the Golden Corral that they had built there, bruh. It wasn't the same. So it's the water. Just like you can't get a New York bagel anywhere
Right.
else but New York because it don't taste the same.
Yeah. I'm still trying to talk my daddy into me and him going on a trip to New York so I can finally get a chopped cheese. But he talking about, I don't know what that is. That must have came after I left.
That
I
ain't
want a
nothing but a
bagel and lox. That's what
glorified
I want.
cheesesteak sandwich.
They
That's
never a glorified hamburger. You
that's
got a
what
chopped up hamburger.
all
Y'all
it
go
is
right ahead with that.
Philly cheesesteak, but made in New York and called something
There
different.
you go. There you go. So let me tell you, when you go to New York, go to Golden Crust. You can get a slice and a soda for like $3. You can get a beef patty. And then you go to Junior's and you go to Katz. And I'm telling you, wherever you go in New York, bring your patience because you're going to wait in line.
No.
That cats is on point. I don't know about the rest, but that cats is making me
Yeah,
want to run
honey.
on and see what the end gonna be right there.
I'm gonna have to actually just pray because last time I was in New York, we wasn't in the hood, but you would think you was in the hood. And
New York is the hood. What the hell?
I'm about to say New York is like
What?
everything in Central Houston just condensed to like
Yes, pretty much.
8 blocks.
Pretty much.
Like I'm not impressed by New York. You know, I ain't knocking New York folks.
And that's because I'm from Philly, and we used to go to New York every other weekend. So Philly New York and Jersey, they don't excite me like people here. Like, oh, you've been in New York? It ain't all this cracked up to be. Walk downtown Phoenix. You in New York? Just you got more room to move around.
First time, well, me and my older sister first time going to New York, we went with our grandparents. We took Amtrak. We were staying in Jersey, and then we took like a day trip. So my uncle, he was being recognized at like a center or like a rec center or something like that. And where that center was, it was in Lakeview. Lakeview was not the hood. But you would think by the amount of niggas standing outside of that corner store, it was the hood. And my sister was looking at me weird because I wasn't moving unless she moved. And then she asked me, like, why am I scared? We from the hood. And I was just like, we from the southern hood. We not
Y'all
from
from the country.
northern
It's a
hood.
whole.
Two
You got
different
that right,
states.
Jaya. You got that right.
Right.
But let me give you some deets. Lakeview is the hood. It's just on the. It's like Chicago. You got the South Side and you got the West Side.
That's
It's
my,
still the hood.
that's
It's
my
just not
cousin.
as prevalent. Anytime you see a whole bunch of us standing outside the bodega, you is in the hood, sure.
Hey, let me tell y'all something.
And
TikTok
my
is.
friend was
I'm
just
not
like, oh, you was safe. They wasn't gonna mess with you
No,
because
they
you
not.
was Uncle Pete. Now it's just like, how was I supposed to know that they wasn't gonna touch Uncle Pete? This
Twitter
was
is
my first
hilarious.
time being there.
This is why I love Twitter. I'm sorry.
What's that, Drake?
So it's a Gabriel
Gabrielle Union says her group chat is
obsessed
obsessed
with
with
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Jesus Christ.
Now read at the very top.
I can't see the very top. Bring it closer.
Only her and D Wade in that group chat. So I'm like,
Absolutely not. Get somebody else to do it. Mm-mm.
this is the type of stuff that's why I keep Twitter. Like, is that it's still number one.
Baylor, ask your wife where that headboard came from. I likes that. It's sexy.
Hey, you know, Baylor don't know.
Do you know where the headboard came from?
He ain't even listening to
He
us.
ain't paying attention.
Not one damn
I'm
line.
sorry. What happened?
Wait
I
a minute.
asked you to ask your wife where that headboard came from.
Lord.
Okay, hold on.
I told you.
Come on, King.
While we waiting on the
No,
headboard,
I
did y'all
mean,
hear that Ricky Smiley's son died?
Yes.
What?
Oh,
Oldest son.
Yeah.
Was he
Yeah.
ill?
The
I
one
don't
that was
think
in
so.
college?
No.
Sugar. Where we get the hell?
It was his.
headboard from?
Wasn't it his youngest?
It was Brandon.
Oldest.
It was
It's
that's his
oldest.
oldest.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
From
He said living
was he
spaces.
sick or
I
was it
don't
from
know. I don't know.
He
You know
didn't
what?
say.
He didn't say. You know, I never asked those questions. So if it come out, it come out. But I never.
Oh yeah, I was just asking if it was posted how. I don't ask those questions. I think when somebody died and somebody in the comments talking about what happened, none of your damn business. He died. The hell?
I
Yeah.
thought I
Ooh.
would be thinking that.
Like, why do you need to know?
But no, I also said that about family members. They'd be like, well, how did they die? Well, if you was in the group chat with the rest of the family, you would have known Uncle Airway passed because he had the gout and he got infected. Don't ask me no more questions.
Yeah, I don't like
Bailey,
that.
did she tell you?
Yeah, living spaces.
Okay, and I like your little nickname for her. It's cute.
Oh yeah, Sugar.
So I got one. I may hop off because I got to go to this event soon. But I don't like talk about the work I do currently a lot, but I have a question that I would love to pick y'all brains about. So let's see if anybody on YouTube, I think we got jumping on the YouTubes and all that. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to start doing more request videos, especially about how to support a podcast. And some people may not know how to support a podcast. So I'm gonna do this for Facebook, YouTube, everywhere, because we need them ratings, them reviews and all that. Black man trying to make it. But yeah. I really got some to pick y'all brain with. So hey, if you're on YouTube, you can hear this. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for sharing. We're at 690 subscribers right now. I would love by March if we can get to 1,000 by the end of March. That's a goal we can set. But other than that, love y'all. Appreciate y'all, and we will chop it up with y'all later. See y'all next Sunday.